There's an issue I want to discuss. The issue is what is slowly becoming a war between the three branches of government, with the legislature and the judiciary supposedly closing ranks on the executive. According to a Daily Nation report, Parliament claims overreach on the part of the executive. Kenya's political chessboard is a mess, and the pieces are falling fast. To understand this issue, we must double back to the events of June 2024. A day after the bloody finance bill protests of 2024, a battered President William Ruto stood at State House and yanked the bill back. A move that could have saved lives if it came sooner. Over 100 Kenyans died in those protests, fueled by rage over taxes, corruption, and a government deaf to the people's cries. But what followed wasn't peace. It was a power grab dressed as unity. Ruto, ever the strategist, teamed up with his old rival Raila Odinga to form a broad-based government. By March 2025, they'd signed an MOU, bringing Raila's ODM into the fold. Suddenly, ODM bigwigs like John Mbadi were snagging top spots, finance minister, parliamentary committee chairs, you name it. But here's the rub, government positions are a finite pie. To carve out space for Raila's crew, Ruto's loyal UDA supporters had to be pushed out. And Ruto, being a guy who rewards loyalty, wasn't thrilled about ditching his people for the very ODM folks they'd battled in the 2022 elections. So I'm thinking Ruto cooked up a plan. Get Raila out of local politics by backing him for the AUC chair. It's a wild guess, but it makes sense. Ruto's international reputation, however, had taken a hit from the protests. If Raila became AUC chair, Ruto could clear the deck without alienating his base. Problem is, the plan flopped. Despite pouring state resources into Raila's campaign, he lost to Djibouti's Mahamoud Ali Yusuf in February 2025. So guys, if you've made it this far into the video, you can like, share, and subscribe to this channel. You can also support us on the M-Pesa till below. Your donations will enable us to continue bringing this kind of content to your screen. Thank you. Now, the chessboard is getting ugly. With Raila back from the failed AUC bid, his people still need seats at the table. UDA's weaker players are being kicked out. Think of MPs who backed the finance bill and other unpopular moves. Gachagwa's ousting, replaced by Kithure Kindiki to pacify Mount Kenya, was a mistake, as it led to political fallout from the Mount Kenya region. Rumors are swirling that the National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula and Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah are next on the chopping board. You can feel the tension. UDA MPs know that they are on borrowed time, especially those who've lost their constituents' trust by rubber stamping Ruto's agenda. Here is where it gets uglier. To clear the way for ODM, I suspect that the executive is clamping down on the legislature, slapping corruption charges on MPs who dare to dissent. Ruto's been loud about Parliament's bribery problem, calling them out at events like the Devolution Conference. Critics, however, say that the executive is no saint, pointing to its own history of buying votes like during Gachagwa's impeachment. Everyone in Parliament's on edge, wondering when the blade swings their way. The judiciary is fed up too, sick of the executive's meddling and threats to Supreme Court judges. They are pushing back, joining Parliament in calling out Ruto's overreach. Some, like Senator Osotsi, even hint at impeaching Ruto, though no formal move has taken place. It's a standoff, a never-ending game of who blinks first. Meanwhile, Kenya's people are screaming into the void. Youth-led protests free of ODM or UDA strings shook the country in 2024, demanding Ruto must go. Economic woes, debt, inflation, you name it, they keep piling on. But the elite keep playing their game, shuffling positions while Kenyans suffer. MPs, senators, even governors tied to Ruto are out of touch. And come 2027, voters might show them the door. Raila's ODM isn't clean either, with some saying that he destroyed his legacy by joining Ruto. This is Kenya's tragedy. A government too busy fighting over power to hear the people it swore to serve. The board's set, the moves are ruthless, and the pawns us, the citizens, Mwananchi, are left to pick up the pieces.